One, two, three. Harold and Brad, Windy City filmmakers. Harold and Brad, Windy City filmmakers. Harold and Brad.
You're listening to the Harold and Brad Windy City Filmmakers podcast. Bonus footage.
So you did Cool for 5 seconds. I thought it was an excellent film. I thought you were really good in that. Both you all. Everybody in the film was really good. Chat room. You had a special appearance in the Dazzler Cool Cat Jones show, right? But you also wrote, directed, acted in, and produced Rough River Lake. Tell us about the film. What is the film about?
Yeah, well, it's a comedy. It's a 15-minute comedy about a group of queer best friends who are all women in this case, and they go to a lake house to have a gaycation, is what they're calling it, and they are excited to sort of get away from the cares of their daily lives, and then they find out that the lake house has been double booked with a bachelor party. So they
wait a minute. I was at the Midwest Film Festival Awards.
Yeah.
I've been with the Midwest Film Festival for 12 years now. You know,
awesome.
Volunteer. You were there.
Yeah.
I was there. I saw the film when it screened at the Midwest Film Festival.
That's amazing.
I didn't know I was talking to you.
Nice.
Wow.
Worlds colliding.
Wow. That's awesome. Yeah, I love the film. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Dope.
Yeah. So, it's just a comedy, and it was based on like something that actually happened to me before the pandemic.
Right.
I went to a lake house with someone I was dating at the time, a woman I was dating at the time, and her family. It was actually that lake house. It is the woman who I'm dating in the movie. So, we went to that lake house, and it was like for a Memorial Day weekend, and we just started dating, and I was sort of newly out, and so I was feeling a little bit uncomfortable in my skin, and her family is really big and loud, and her brothers were there with their friends, and it was just like not the sort of like getaway that we were anticipating. And so it made me really want to explore the dynamic of like, I've gone away. And I'm also, being from the South, I really identify with this feeling of every time you go home, there's like something that you have to realign, or there's something that you have to sort of, maybe a part of you that you found when you're gone that you have to sort of rearrange or stuff back inside or something when you're home, and how heartbreaking that can be. Like, something that really struck me about the location of the film was that the lake house is just on this beautiful piece of property. And I remember being there and being like, this is so beautiful. I want to film something here. It's incredible. And like, sometimes I think about that. I'm like, wow, I really made that happen. Like, I had that thought, and then it happened, which is so cool. But I was just like, wow, it's so beautiful. Like, I just want to show how beautiful this is. I want people to know about this place. But at the same time, like, there being comments from family members, whether they knew that they were doing this or not, that made me feel really like a part of my identity wasn't really welcomed, or maybe not unwelcome, because I don't think they were being blatantly homophobic, but just this sort of like, there were a lot of sort of rituals and things that I just didn't feel like I belonged in, because they were rooted in this sort of like fraternity, like hetero culture thing that happens in the South that like really, and I think it just brought up a lot in me because that was what I grew up around. So whether they were being like problematic with those activities or not, like most of the time they were just sort of like playing these like drinking games and doing sort of like fratty things, which is, on the surface, like it's whatever, they can do whatever they want. But because I had that association of like, these are people I grew up with in high school and who I didn't feel comfortable around. And this is generally a group of people who like don't accept me and made me feel othered when I was growing up. I really wanted to examine that sort of dynamic while also making it a comedy. So the way, and I think I did that because I really, I process things through jokes. So I process things through like making them funnier. And so I did that with this script. And one way that I wanted to make it funnier is instead of just being, two women who are in a couple going down to this lake house, I want it to be like a whole group of queer women so that there was like a sort of safety net within their group, and they could share in this experience and like give each other the side eye, being like, what is happening? What? And like we could see how much joy there was just within their group.
And then you had the group of guys there as well. Did the film receive some recognition at the festival?
Yeah, it was nominated for Best Production Design, which I'm so excited about, and the grand prize it was nominated for, and it was nominated for Best Cinematography for my cinematographer Olivia, who's amazing, and then for the Emerging Filmmaker Award, which I did win.
There you go. I knew it. Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's almost time. We only got a few more minutes. But before we get out of here, Mary, where can we catch the film? And what else do you have on the horizon? What else are you doing?
Okay, well, you can catch we're actually about to start streaming it on a platform called Pixquid. Nice. So like PIXQUID. And they're launching the platform this year. So it's like a new streaming service. We're sort of like a part of piloting it, which I'm really excited about. That should be out around the holidays. In the meantime, people can follow the project on Instagram at Rough River Lake Film. And then I currently am in post-production for 2 shorts. One is called Fern, and then the other one is called The Unfinished Film. And those are both comedies. So I would just say follow me on Instagram, and I'm always like posting about that stuff.
I'm going to follow you.
Ooh la la. Yeah.